Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well and getting ready, sort of, for coming test 3, which will be on Wednesday. Remember, for test 3, only for our test 3, we have 1 day testing window because of 4th of July. So that test will be open for you to be able to take after the class time on Wednesday. Remember that, and also make sure that you register for the test. So the purpose of this video is to give you a quick snapshot how to get prepared for test 3, what are some important points and good materials that you need to look into. So first of all, what I suggest, if I go to our course website, you will see the test 3 review material block. Under that block, you will see that you will find test 3 technology summary. Make sure that you well understand this text summary and write down and copy down and print out on your 4x6 cheat sheet that require elements from that technology summary. There's a test 3 outline document which I have opened up here. I'm going to go over it very shortly. And also there are Unit 3 preliminary review problems there. There are 7 problems there, either in Word or PDF document, and the answers are all of those 7 problems there. So we're going to talk about those 7 problems very shortly also. So test 3 is about confidence intervals and hypothesis testing, right? So the key thing is you first need to decide, is the question about confidence interval or the question is about hypothesis testing, or the question might be about finding the minimum sample size, which is tied into confidence interval. So first, let's talk about confidence interval. Confidence intervals could be about means, which means that we are talking about numerical variables. Confidence intervals could be about proportions, which means that we're talking about categorical variables. Or we can use confidence intervals formula of finding the minimum sample size. Okay, so this is in a nutshell confidence interval. So confidence interval is something related to margin of error, right? We either have X bar or P hat, and we add and subtract that error, either X bar or P hat, and obtain with the lower limit and the upper limit confidence interval. So if you're talking about confidence interval with proportions, we will have a formula like this one there, and look at the formula and its relationship with sample size, margin of error, and its confidence interval. So these last 2 bullets are the key things about tied into conceptually confidence interval, margin of error, and sample size. So be sure you will be able to answer those questions. If you can, we're going to see each other tomorrow in class, then bring it on. All right. Then this was about week 5. So week 6, we have seen hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing, again, like confidence interval, could be about means or proportions, or one step further, could be about differences of means, right? So make sure how you set up your hypothesis. So for instance, H null cannot be written something like this. So what's wrong here? We can't use a statistic, right? We need to use parameter, which is mu. And we also need to use all the equal signs, less than or equal to for H null, right? And whatever we put for H null, the complementary of it is going to go to H alternative. And then you perform your steps depending on your formula, depending on your either mu or proportion, and in the end you need to write a decision, fail to reject or reject H null. So depending on your decision, there are 2 potential of errors. So if your decision is about ending with reject H null, then there's a potential of type 1 error. If your decision is fail to reject H null, then you have a potential of type 2 error. okay? Because type 1 error, when H null is true, we're rejecting. Type 2 error, H null is false, but we're failing to reject. All right. So this document about Unit 3, Math 152 Test 3 outline is on the website, on the course website, Test 3 outline. Make sure you download it and you copy down all the necessary things that you might forget for your 4x6 card. Now, the problems. There are 7 problems here. Obviously, I'm not going to go over the solutions of those 7 problems. We can do that in class tomorrow if there's a need. But you make sure, read them and understand them well. So all these problems are very similar to the test problems that you're going to see on Wednesday. So this is all about me trying to help how to get prepared test 3. All the materials week 5, week 6, and week 7 goes into test 3. Do not undermine week 7 because it's a wrap up. Oh, I know what's going on there. It is very dense and heavy material there. And remember the 2 things due for tonight. Your group assignment, and you need to post on the collaboration. Where's collaboration at? It is on the navigation menu under lessons. If you click on it, you will see the test 3 review chat button. So send your question or comment or some interesting thing that you think it's important about test 3. So that's all about me. I will see you tomorrow in class.